and today let's learn how to play Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 5 chords to play through this whole song, and we're going to start with our C chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, make sure to check out my free beginner course right here. The next chord you need to know is your D major. After that we have our G major chord. Then we have our E minor chord. And the last chord you need to know is our B minor chord. And those are the only 5 chords you need to know to play this song. So if you're a beginner, go ahead and pause the video and just take a few minutes to memorize these chord shapes as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. It will make learning the rest of the song so much easier. And as a quick side note, if you are someone who is struggling with bar chords, that B minor bar chord you could replace with a G chord for the entire song. I think it sounds pretty good that way still. So if you want to avoid the bar chord altogether, go ahead and replace the B minor with the G. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about strumming. Now the first thing I'd recommend doing is going through the entire song and singing through it and just doing a single down strum for each chord change. This is going to help you kind of get used to where the singing and the strumming come together. So as a quick example, here would be verse 1. I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. And you would basically just want to do that for the entire song and get used to what syllable you are changing chords on. If you'd like to download a printable guide with everything that I'm teaching in this tutorial, make sure to check out my Patreon page. But once you've done that, we can go ahead and talk about the full strumming pattern. Alright guys, so as you can see, the full strumming pattern does look a little bit long, so let's go ahead and zoom in and talk about the rhythm. Alright guys, so the full strumming pattern for this song is going to be counted with a 16th note rhythm. So if you're unfamiliar with what that means or how to do that, go ahead and check out my beginner course where I do cover that in more detail. But let's go ahead and go over this rhythm. We're going to have 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and a E, a 4 and a down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up. Alright, so even though this pattern does look kind of long and might be hard to remember, what we're going to do is actually change chords in the middle of it. So I'm going to put a vertical line here, and that's where we're going to change chords. So on your first chord, you're going to do down, 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 and then switch chords to your next one, up, 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 down, down, up. So it makes it a little bit easier to remember the full pattern. So we're going to have down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up, 1 and 2 and a E, a 4 and a C, D, G, E minor. And you can apply this for the whole song and it would work just fine. I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I see below, sweep the streets that I used to know. Alright, and this would work for the choruses as well. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a folded field. Alright? So like I said earlier, this full strumming pattern can be applied for the entire song and it sounds really good. One quick note is that if you do find yourself adding in extra down strums or up strums, or you find it hard to play the full rhythm while playing through the whole song, always feel free to adjust the strumming pattern to however you want to play it. If you find yourself adding in extra strums every now and then, totally fine. I actually find myself doing this a lot during the choruses as well, and you'll see that in the playthrough. So just keep that in mind. These are always suggestions and feel free to tweak them as however you see fit. But go ahead and pause and just make sure to take the time to memorize and internalize this strumming pattern. It'll really make playing through the song a lot easier. And then once you've done that, we can go through the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used to rule the world, fun jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below as well as in this iCard right up here. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video next. It's really similar and super fun and just as easy to play, so I'll see you over there.